joining us. Did everybody have a good Monday?
Today was rough.
Today was a rough one.
Well, today was my first day back in the office after like 7 months of working from home.
Oh, that's
So
tough.
it was just, the alarm clock went off this morning. I'm like, no.
No, it's not happening. That's a tough one, Lilith.
It was tough. But I got through it.
For those of y'all that are not stylists with Park Lane, Lilith is a stylist, but worked primarily from home for the last 7 months. So she was able to, she's been able to work her business as well. So that's great. It's awesome.
Tish says it's not working for live stream.
Oh, okay. I swear, sometimes technology is awesome and sometimes it's not. Tish, sometimes at night, I don't know why. I don't know if there's more people on. I have a harder time getting it to stream as well at night. So I'm not really sure what that means. But we try to stream it, you guys, into one of our Facebook groups called Learn More About Park Lane Jewelry, which is awesome for potential stylists. Those of you guys that are just wanting to learn about the company can get into that group and see what other stylist experiences are and learn more about what the company offers and so forth. So Heidi, Tish actually is the host. She might have switched one of us at this moment, or maybe she probably hasn't yet, because so we could record. But she was.
That theory doesn't work then.
Well, I mean, hey, it's good brainstorming.
It's worth a shot. It worked for me today. I got to try it for the first time, which is a super cool function to be able to live stream it. But
when it works,
Heidi, fix it. That's what Tish is saying. Fix it, Heidi.
Fix it.
Heidi's our resident IT girl.
Well, Sarah, should we go ahead and just record and get started? Oh, it is recording. Okay.
It is recording. Yes.
So we can go ahead and get started just so we don't make people wait too long.
Totally understand. Okay. Hello, everybody. Happy Monday night. My name's Sarah Clement, and I am actually calling you from just north of Seattle, Washington. So I'm practically up in Canada. A couple of us Pacific Northwesterners up here. And of course, Christy, who's also going to be helping lead this call, we're leading it together, lives in Texas. So we've got girls from all over the United States on our team. Let's tell you a little bit about myself so you know who you're talking to. I'm a mom of 2 boys. I've got a 15-year-old and a 12-year-old boy, very active. And I have a husband. I'm a wife as well, and lots of dogs and little furry creatures if you follow me on Facebook. But I started direct sales a little over almost 12 years ago, I guess. I worked for another jewelry company for almost 10 years of that time. In the past 2 years, moved over to partner with Park Lane, which I'm really excited you're here. Oh, sorry, I was reading Tish's comments. I'm getting distracted. I'm really excited you're here to learn more. I can tell you before I left my previous company, I did a lot of research on where I wanted to be. And I really love Park Lane because not only of their rich history, and the fact that we are literally celebrating our 65th anniversary in business. That's a long time. It's a family owned and operated business. And I really just love this industry in general. I feel like I can tell you in March when COVID kind of hit the world and we were deciding what our future was going to be, because before then we used to do in-home parties, right? And we used to do a lot of playing dress up, a lot of touching, a lot of, styling and things like that. And we can't do that any longer. And I can tell you that these past 6 months or so, since we've been working from home and doing these online parties, I've even learned to love how flexible this job can be even more, and just been really surprised and excited about where we're going. And I just wanted to tell you a little bit about why I love direct sales is because of the flexibility and because I get to control my own paycheck and really getting to work around my kids' schedules and family schedules, which is great. And I believe that there's like a little secret. This is a business. Obviously, direct sales has been around forever, right? It's a very old business, but I think we kind of put a new twist on it by, being able to personalize our service and be online and have, shopping links. We're fortunate enough to be able to do that. And we have a company that backs us with incredible programs that you guys are going to hear all about tonight. So I know that Christy was going to talk a little bit about why we think jewelry is the best way for you to go, because there's lots of choices out there. If you're looking at I don't want to say job, a side gig, it's something fun to do like this. I don't like to think of it as a job. And but Christy's going to share a little bit about why jewelry might be what you want to pick.
Hello, everybody. I'm Christy, and I'll quickly introduce myself as well. I do live in the Dallas area. I have two children as well, two daughters. They are 17 and 13, so just a little bit older than Sarah's. And I've been in this business for 13 years this month. I was in pharmaceutical sales prior to that and joined doing it on top of a job and owning another business years ago. And then over time transitioned into just doing direct sales. And I, like Sarah, absolutely love it, and was recently reminded even more so why we love it so much. So, but little backstory, I actually fell into jewelry. It is not as though I went seeking to sell jewelry. You know, somebody just approached me and said, you should do this. And so after a little bit of research, I was like, okay, you wear it, people like it, okay. You know, that was kind of my business strategy. But now I am oh so grateful that I fell into jewelry, because I do feel like it is a very simple sell. And I will tell you, and I always tell people that are thinking about this business that say, but I don't see myself as a salesperson. I always say, I don't feel like I'm selling it. I feel like the jewelry sells itself. I just share like I would with girlfriends. And so when you find a great deal at Old Navy or a great deal at, on Amazon. But what I love so much about it and its simplicity is it's either cute or it's not. I mean, there's not a lot of education involved in selling jewelry. Sometimes with fashion jewelry, somebody might ask you, what this is made of or that is made of. But usually it's based on, like we are as females, is it cute? Is it not? Do I like it? Do I not? So very, very simple. I also find, and we find it's very simple to sell online. Right now we're selling so much online. Now there are some people starting to do more, pop-ups here or there or in the home, but I feel like it is a very, very simple sale online. In fact, I'll pull something out. We always are, when we do our online parties, maybe some of you guys have participated, we're showing the jewelry through the camera. And I mean, you can, I don't have it close enough, but you can see it really, really well. So I find, because you don't have to size somebody, you don't have to educate them on maybe what it might do to the skin or them have to feel or touch it. It's a very simple sale online. Also, it's very portable, and I'll explain why that's important, whether you're selling online or you're selling in person. This summer, our family, just like on a whim, I was like, I have to get out of Dallas. It was hot. We went to another hot location, but I just had to get out. It's the pandemic. So we jumped in the car and we drove to Florida. But I had 2 online parties scheduled that week. So you know what I did, you guys? We have these little jewelry rolls at Park Lane. I rolled up 5 of these, stuck them in a purse, and I did my parties on the kitchen table in the condo we were staying at. So it is a really easy thing to be able to take and sell online. Or let's say, we're getting into the holidays. Maybe you want to take the jewelry into an office building or into your orthodontist office or to a local coffee shop or whatever to sell. It is very portable and easy to sell. Also, it is the #1 complemented outfit or item to an outfit. I forget who said it. It was Coco Chanel or something, but 80% of the compliments that come from your outfits are from the things that you put on the last 5 minutes you get dressed. Your purse, your belt, your shoes, your accessories, your jewelry. And so it's a really easy thing to let people know that you sell when they compliment you. Oh gosh, thank you so much. Yes, this rosewood's my #1 selling item. What do you mean selling? And so it's really a great way to open up a door and let people know that you actually represent that product. It's also insanely giftable. And here we are in Q4, which is the golden quarter. So we're all going to be buying gifts, and everybody is buying gifts, whether it's a male or a female. And jewelry is so giftable. So especially right now with all of my parties that I'm doing and our amazing sale that Sarah will talk about here in a minute at Park Lane, I'm always encouraging my customers, buy a few for you, get a couple of gifts and get those knocked off the list for Christmas already. So very, very giftable, whether it's Mother's Day, Valentine's Day, Christmas, birthdays, whatever. Also, I consider it an affordable luxury, you know, especially Park Lane's price point is truly an affordable luxury. Our jewelry is so incredibly priced with our sale, but yeah, you feel very luxurious. I mean, when I put on my little Gatsby necklace tonight and my Carrington earrings, I was like, I look very fancy, but they're not expensive. So it is just that affordable luxury. So with that being said, Sarah is now going to share a little bit about, you know, we talked about direct sales. We talked about why jewelry. Now, why Park Lane? Like, what do we love about Park Lane?
I want to say one more thing about what you were just saying about just retail therapy. Like, I think since we've been involved and all of us are stuck at home and, you know, not being able to go to all the places that we want, I think our business is thriving because it is an affordable luxury. The price point is great. And it's a little bit of retail. I don't know if anybody else is like, my favorite sport is online shopping, but that is what I've been doing a lot of. I know it's like guilty. I was actually just visiting these girls and every day a new package came. I'm like, oh, it's like my house. But I do feel like people are shopping and we do have a great price point. So people are doing that. But I second the bringing jewelry on vacation and being able to really do this job from anywhere, which is amazing. I mean, I never thought we'd be able to do that. So like I said, about why we chose to partner with Park Lane. First of all, I think they're a very generous company and we're generous to our customers with our awesome sale. I'll quickly tell you about our hostesses. We have a 5-star amazing hostess program. We have the best programs, and I will tell you why, for the Stylist, which is why you're on this call to learn more. And we have an incredible generosity to our community with our fundraising programs. So briefly, I'm going to tell you about our customer sale, which is, I think, why we have so many repeat customers. Because when you buy 2 items at Park Lane, they can be your least expensive items. You can then unlock up to 4 items of your most expensive items for half off. So it's like a reverse sale. You design what you want. I mean, imagine walking into Nordstrom and being like, I want that Chanel bag and maybe that Louis Vuitton. And I think I'd like those half price. So maybe I'll go buy 2 pairs of socks. I mean, that's, you know, kind of how it works. And we also are constantly throwing incredible monthly specials out. In fact, when you hit $90 in sales, you get free shipping right now. And you get, as a thank you from the company, you get to go back in and choose any item valued at $200 or less for just $25. So, I mean, most people are like, I'm getting to that $90 mark because I want to unlock that $25 item, which really makes your average sale per person very high. And it's really great for you as a stylist, right? Because the company backs these incredible programs for us and for you. So also our hostesses. So the people we partner with, those are our lifelines. Those are the people who introduce us to other people in the business. But what's great about our program is not only do hostesses get to shop for free, because how many of you guys have ever done a party where all you got was half offs, right? And I'm going to say, I do it all the time because I, you know, maybe I love that brand or whatever, but it's sad because I'm like, oh my gosh, we give away so much free jewelry that it really makes our hostesses want to come back and partner with us again and again, which is great for your business. So for every order that they get, doesn't matter how much the cost is or how much the size of the order, you get $20 in free. And then once you get to 10 orders, you are going to be getting $40, you know, so it doubles to $400 in free. So 10 orders equals $400. And you guys, just for a little bit of math, which I'm sure some of you on the call are going to laugh at Sarah math over here, but if you do $400 or if you get 10 orders, and let's say that average order using that $90 sale is really more like 100, that's $1,000 party, which is our average party at Park Lane, which, as we're going to talk about the hostess programs, but you would start at 30% and you would be earning $300 per party. So that's bananas because I sit in this chair for maybe 30 or 45 minutes and do a party and earn $300. And that should be an average party at Park Lane. The other thing about hostesses is if people book from that party, the hostess gets gifts as well, all sponsored by the company, which is amazing. So again, great referral program and great for your business. So I was kind of talking about stylists a little bit. As a fashion director, which is what we call our stylists at entry level, you start earning at 30%, which is a very high commission, but you can earn all the way up to 50%, which is even better, right? And plus we have all these great programs at Park Lane where you can earn free jewelry, which I don't think we talk about enough here. It's our Rich Rewards program. For even selling like $1,000 in a month, you can get $250 gift card to shop every month. So you would never, ever have to invest back into your business. They are giving you that because you're working as a thank you. So it's amazing. And every month at Park Lane, you have the opportunity to earn $1,150 in free jewelry. Isn't that, I just think that's crazy. And a lot of us are earning that, which gives me the ability as a stylist, and you the ability, if this is something you would like to do, to then gift your customers and gift the people in your Facebook group and really show your generosity as a stylist based on the customer or the company's programs. So we also have a Mercedes car program. If you like Mercedes, give me a high five. I know I like mine. I didn't think I was a car person until I got that car. And now I'm like, sit me in there with those heated seats all day long. We also do 2 international travel trips per year. In fact, we're still sitting on a trip to Ireland because we can't go there right now. But we will be going soon. They have assured us, and we are working on a trip to Bermuda right now as well. So you would be earning still, or joining still, with the opportunity to earn to Bermuda in 2 of the busiest months of the year where we're still earning points. Christy, are you raising your hand? Okay. Yes, Christy.
I was trying to clap. Is that the raising hand symbol?
Oh, it looks like you're raising your hand. Woo,
I was like, yay, let's go to Ireland.
Let's go to Ireland. So, well, I was almost done, but the last thing I wanted to talk about for Park Lane, which is something that's near and dear to my heart, is what we give back to the community. Now, lots of companies choose a charity to support, right? That the company supports, and we do that too. Like currently we are sponsoring BCRF, Breast Cancer Research Foundation, because it is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. But what we have at Park Lane is a program where you as a stylist could do a party, and 50% of the proceeds, they will write a check directly back to the organization based on the sales. Other jewelry companies do this, like Kendra Scott. I've heard of other ones, and they give you like 20%. And nothing compares to what Park Lane does. So if you want to use your business for good, or you have a cause that is near and dear to your heart, it's a great way for you to get out and market your business. And it's a great way for you to give back to your church, your school, your community, and to really immerse yourself and get your name out there. So it's just, I love Park Lane, if you couldn't tell. So Christy, do you want to share a little bit about why now is the best time for these girls to join up?
Well, actually, did we want to invite Elizabeth to share a little bit about? Okay.
Yes,
so
we do.
I'll introduce Elizabeth. Elizabeth, you will take yourself off mute now.
Yes.
I want to introduce Elizabeth Baker. Elizabeth is one of our branch directors. She joined Park Lane 10 weeks ago. I counted today. And in her 10 weeks with Park Lane, she started as a fashion director, which is our entry level, and she's now promoted to branch director and is working on an area promotion this month. But she, in her 10 weeks, has sold $20,000 in jewelry and has earned 35% of that. So does anybody want to do the math on that? Because I actually meant to do that before we start. Sarah will do the math on that in a 10-week period, which is phenomenal, all on top of a very full-time job. So with that being said, Elizabeth, did you do the math, Sarah?
I was like, that's $7,000, you guys. I mean, that's a lot of money. That's amazing. Congratulations.
So Elizabeth, do you want to share a little bit about how you joined Park Lane, how you found out about it, and how it's going?
Yes. So I attended a party and I was like, I'll just go support my friend, and ended up with like 3 carts. So then I decided to host a party, and then Christy was like, I really think you need to be a stylist. I'm like, no, I'm good. I have a full-time job, and I had done a previous direct sales, and I just really got burned out, worked my tail off, and really never saw anything come of it. And she just kind of kept on pitching those little nuggets. And I'm like, okay, fine. We talked, and then I was like, I'll give it a try. And here I am 10 weeks later. I had never sold jewelry, I was like, I have no idea what I'm doing. And I was very nervous about keeping the momentum, because I'm like, okay, after these shows, what do I do? I guess I'll be done. And so that's kind of where I am today.
So Elizabeth, explain what you mean. Like, how have you been able to, because when we did Elizabeth's show, we booked 4 shows that were going to be her shows. And so that's where she's saying, she was like, I'm just not quite sure, like, how will I keep this going? So can you explain how, for those of you, those that have not done this, how you've continued to keep it going?
So I did, I've kind of done a combination of both. I've begged some of my friends, I'm like, please do this for me, please. And, but the majority of them have been through the parties I have done because of the incredible, incredible, incredible hostess program. People are like, I want to host, I want free jewelry. And so I have just, it's just kind of been like a domino effect. And now I was telling Christy on Saturday that I feel bad about saying this, but I love having a full calendar, but I kind of wish I just would have just maybe just someone would cancel. And I mean that in the best way, but it's like, but it's great because I never, ever, ever thought that this would happen. And I mean, in May 21st, I'm planning on quitting my full-time job so I can do Park Lane full-time.
And we're not counting the days.
No, not at all.
So anyways, we wanted you to hear a little bit from Elizabeth, somebody that's brand new to Park Lane that has just had amazing success on top of a full-time job, on top of being a mom, and has a calendar booked through like 4 weeks or.
Yeah, through, I think my first available is like December 7th.
So she's done amazing. So really happy for you, Elizabeth. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you. And plus, it's so much fun. I mean, that's the number one thing. It is a blast to do. Just fun.
Yay.
So
Well,
that's it.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So with that being said, you know, one of the biggest questions we get is, hold on a second. Why now? I was like, what is the question? Why now? And, you know, Sarah and I have kind of alluded to it. And I mean, hearing Elizabeth's calendar, it is Q4, and Q4 in retail is called the golden quarter. Everybody is shopping, everybody will be shopping, and everybody needs gifts. And so retail goes bananas. If you could have, you know, handpick a time of the year to start, it would be now. And I joke a lot, or we joke a lot and say, why not just date it for the season? You know, it's always kind of I'm like one of those gals that says, you know, what's worst case scenario? Worst case scenario here is that you end up with some cute jewelry. Okay. That's like the worst case scenario. You give it a try, you see if you like it, and you end up with some really great jewelry that you could end up giving as gifts if you needed to, if you decided you didn't like it. But to explain with you guys a little bit about the kits that are available at Park Lane to get started, I'll start with our first one that just started during COVID. We are not sure how long this kit will last. They have told us through the last day of the month, which is October 29th in our Park Lane world. So, but right now there is a $99 kit that you can get started with. And with that, you get $500 in jewelry that you get to pick out and a year's website. Okay, so that's the first kit. The second kit is $229. And with that, you pick out $1,000 in jewelry and you get a year's website as well. And then there's a $639 kit. And with that, you get $2,500 in jewelry that you get to pick out. It's a lot of jewelry, and a year's website. And so we suggest doing whatever is comfortable with your, you know, with your lifestyle, whatever you decide you want to do. Any of the kits can work. Okay. So just so you know that. The other thing I think that's really important to note right now is that Park Lane has been around for 65 years. It has such an incredible history. I like to joke, but not really joke, that I think Park Lane has seen everything that probably our world could see. I don't think we would have said that 6 months ago, because who knew a pandemic would come, but you know, everything from the Cuban Missile Crisis to, you know, the pandemic of 2020. What I love about the company is that it has had all these experiences. It is a cash-rich, debt-free company. And that's because our founders set it up that way from the very, very beginning. So sometimes in this business, people think, oh, I want to get in with like, you know, a new company, brand new. And at times that may be a great idea. What I have loved, and especially through this pandemic, is I have been with a solid company that has both feet on the ground, that has been through everything and has come out, with soaring colors on the other end. It has created a lot of stability for me. And we have seen our team, I think, triple in the last 6 months. So it has been amazing. And it is because these programs that Sarah shared that have allowed the company to stand strong and to offer our customers amazing things, even during a pandemic, that our customers have been able to take advantage of, that we've wanted to shout from the rooftops, including $100 free item, $65 free item. Only companies that are that strong can do that. And I'm so grateful for that. So the last question we get asked, oh yeah, Sarah, go ahead.
Well, I just wanted to say one thing, just because another thing just about how strong I think Parkland has been during this time is, like, our shipping times have not been delayed. We have really incredible relationships with our vendors and our partners because we've been with them for 65 years. And that's what we were asking, because I know a lot of companies right now are experiencing delays in shipping. Maybe they have huge back order lists. We don't. We do not have that. I think our back order list had less than 10 items on it last time I looked. And that may seem like a lot to some of you guys, but trust me, it is not. And I'm really proud of the way that we've handled ourselves. And I think that's why we are still able to offer these incredible deals, not only to our customers, but to you guys with this $99 kit, to make it affordable for people. I think our company understands that some people are furloughed and are tight for money right now. We want to make that opportunity available to everyone at all levels. And I love that about this company.
Mm-hmm. It's incredible. I'm so grateful. Okay, so the last thing is, can you do this? And this is a question I don't know, Sarah as well has gotten throughout the years. And Elizabeth felt when she first, was considering this, can I do this? Yes, you can. We are here to 100% support you, from how do I, create a Facebook group, to, how do I present the story, to how do I enter an order. You would not believe the training that we have set up with our team in order to support all of our stylists that get started. We are here to be your partner. So I always, joke, do you have 2 or 3 friends? Then you can definitely do this. Okay. It just takes 1 or 2 to get started, 2 or 3 to get started. And it just branches out from there, like Elizabeth shared, because people fall in love with the jewelry. They want more than they're willing to pay, because that's how all of us work. It's human nature. And they're able to host it take advantage with our amazing hostess program. So we are here to help you. So yes, you can do this. And like I said earlier, I always like to think worst case scenario, and worst case scenario in this situation is you spend either $99 or $229 or $639, whatever's comfortable. I mean, I joke, I spend $229 when I go to Costco. So, I don't even blink an eye at that. I mean, I hate it, but I don't blink an eye at it. And with that, you're able to start a business and try a business and see if it's going to work for you. It could be one of the best decisions that you've ever made, which is what I would say for myself 13 years ago. So yes, you can absolutely do this. So I would love to now, unless Sarah has something to add, open it up for any questions for either Elizabeth or myself or Sarah.
You guys can type in the chat box as well. Kate, I see that you asked 10 tips from her, but I don't know what that means. Can you be more specific and we'll answer?
Yeah, what if you're brand new here, give us, like, out of the starting gate, what are your first 5 steps? Because I get a little overwhelmed, you know what I'm saying? You guys are on the other side of some kind of fence that I feel like is impenetrable at the beginning. So just give me 3 moves, each one of you, 3 moves.
Kate, are you actually a new stylist, or are you considering this?
I'm not sure. I just, I was asked to come to this to try. Yeah, I paid the $99.
She just signed up.
I did.
Up. Welcome, Kate.
So now I'm committed. So I got to know what to do next. But you guys look so smooth. So I want 3 tips from each one of you, and then I'll just go to the list like, okay, I'll do that.
Okay, what I will say, and I'm happy for us to give some tips, but I do want those of you that aren't new to know, we do have a new stylist training that we offer every single week, where you are going to be able to get, I'll just take Kate's, top 10 tips of how to get started. And we do walk you through what those steps are to get started. And what we all suggest, first and foremost, is to plan your own launch, and your sponsor or upline leader can help you do that. Or literally, you just invite your friends to the party. We help you run it so that your friends can experience Park Lane. You can experience being a hostess, what the stylist opportunity is like as well, and get a taste of it in that regards, and start the learning process. And then you just kind of move on from there. I don't know if Sarah or Elizabeth, you have any other tips, but Kate, I would definitely get into that new stylist training call.
Yes, Julie's got her. Julie's like, I've got you, girl.
Okay.
But I was going to say too that I think the biggest thing as a new stylist is that, your job is to put yourself out there and share what you love about Park Lane, wear the jewelry, make sure that you are loud and proud, whether or not that's in person, on social media, whatever you're doing, showing off even just like a picture of, what jewelry you're wearing. I mean, that's what people want to see at first, right? And just sharing why. I think it's important for people to hear your story and why you're doing it. And what was it Elizabeth was saying? I just spoke to a girl today. She said, this girl really wants to do it, but she's like, I'm not a salesperson. She's really terrified. She's a sweet little timid teacher, and not that teachers are timid, but she personally is, and that's how she describes herself. And she's like, I don't know if I can be a salesperson. And I'm like, well, I've been doing it for 12 years, so I may have a different role at this point. But when I first started, it really was what you said before, Christy, was showing the jewelry. And that's why I like jewelry, because you don't have to be educated about whether or not this is going to make my skin break out, or whether or not, this is a type of supplement or something that's going to, I don't have to be that knowledgeable. It's pretty face value. It's like, is it cute? Is it not cute? So I think that's really the best thing, is just keep putting it out there, and eventually you'll get where you want to go. That would be my biggest tip.
Elizabeth, you have something to share?
Yeah, I would say, Kate, don't look at if you have a to-do list and there are 20 things on it, don't look at all of them, just look at the first one. Because if you look at everything that you're supposed to do, it can be very, very overwhelming. So just kind of focus on a little bit at a time. Because if you look too far down the road, you'll be like, yep, nope, not doing it. And don't be afraid to set goals for yourself. That's kind of what propelled me, is after my first 2 shows, I'm like, okay, I'm going to quit in May, on May 21st. And I need to figure out what I can do to get there, because it's very, very doable with Park Lane.
Okay. What other questions? Thank you, Elizabeth.
And if we're missing if there's any stylists on the call, if we missed something important, please ask that question like you're a new stylist or a potential.
No questions?
We covered it all.
I have a question.
Keisha?
I wanted to know, from the time that you give your money to start, what's the turnaround time for the product to come in?
I would say about 7 business days.
7? Okay.
Yeah, 7 to 10 at the most, but your website is effective immediately. So if you've purchased from a party, or if your sponsor lives nearby, I'll tell you what, I helped a recent girl launch of mine. She's in Pennsylvania. I'm in Washington State. And we did our live together, and she talked about stuff, and she had like a couple pieces she had purchased, but I basically did her first show for her, which I think is what Christy was saying, that we'll partner with you as a new stylist, because I have a huge display. Or if for some reason yours hasn't come. So the person that you sign up with will help you get started that way.
Perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome. Anybody else? Okay.
Well,
Well,
thank
you
you guys.
You. Thank you for joining in. Thank you for being brave just to get some information. I think that's really just the starting point. I always say, just get the information, put it in your back pocket. If you are excited and eager to start now, we would love to invite you to start now. We will absolutely help you get going. If you're like, you know what, I'm still just not quite sure, that is absolutely fine. We would love to invite you to be a hostess right now. Partner with the stylist that invited you, be a hostess, see what your friends think, see what the experience is like. And then you can always make a decision once you get to your show, if you would like to make that your starter show, or if then you would like to join afterwards. So we would love to invite you to do that as well. So yes, Leanne is right. Park Lane is amazing. Thank you, Kimberly, for your high five or your claps or whatever. All right, any closing thoughts, Sarah?
No, I'm just really looking forward to see what happens. I mean, if we can do what we did during the pandemic, I mean, we had higher numbers this summer than I ever was expecting. And I'm seeing people just come out of the woodwork to do that. And I mean, you could be one of those people moving into the highest selling quarter of the year. I'm just really excited to see what comes. And I don't know, I just feel like, Park Lane's been around for 65 years, but we've doubled our sales in about a year. What were the stats we came up with last week? Something that we doubled our sales from last year at this time as a team. And I believe that all of that extra volume is allowing us to make improvements to technology, improvements to marketing, improvements to all the things that we want to do. So while it's not a ground floor opportunity, we are a 65-year-old company, but kind of a ground floor opportunity because a lot of places still don't have a lot of stylists in your area. So check around, do some research. Maybe that's another great reason is to be on top of this opportunity when we're just at the beginning of explosive growth. So
thank you guys so much.
bye. Thank
Okay,
you.
good night. Have a great night.